Today is a very exciting day for me. We're putting on some awesome new parts onto the LMT. For this video, I'm working with VITAVON, which is going to be really exciting. They've sent me over some parts that I've asked for to try and make the LMT a bit better. I do love this truck. There is one issue that has arisen, let's say, from me bashing it, and I'm hoping that these parts from VITAVON are going to solve my problem. Let's get you turned around. We're going to have a close look at these parts. Then I'll show you the problem on the truck and we'll get everything fit to it. So here are the parts. These are all, this is the link set, upper and lower links for the LMT2. They're the same as the mud truck version of the LMT. Is it the super slingers? It's the same as those. So yeah, look at just the quality on these. These are beautiful parts. They really are just awesome. There we go. LMT Mega. Yeah, the Mega mud trucks. So these LMT2s are the same size links. So full set of those is what we've asked for. And we'll get this open. This is the servo plate. The one that I've got, the stock one, is plastic, and I have cracked it. It's cracked along here. So this should solve my problem. Again, just beautifully made. These parts are something else. Full 70/75, of course, being VITAVON. It's a very, very good looking part. And I got the front steering knuckles, which if you wanted to go this way, you could actually do rear steer on these trucks. I don't think I'm going to go down that route just yet. Oh, lovely. Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. With all new pins as well. These are going to look great on the truck. Now, I have broke one of these, one of the plastic ones. So this is going to be a good upgrade. And it does come with new bearings as well. So the whole set's going to go on and make that area much, much stronger. Let me show you, put you on wide, let me show you why I'm going to change to these VITAVON upgraded 70/75 links. I've already taken the bolts out the body so we can remove the body and set that over there. I've bashed these quite hard already, and although I've not broken any of these rod ends, they are very loose and I get a lot of slop. I don't know if you can see how much look at how much movement I've got. So doing the stunts or even driving this at any kind of speed is very, very difficult when you have that much movement in these bars. Look at this, it's terrible really. The movement there, I'm hoping to eliminate this by using these, because you can see what's causing it is these plastic ends. See the movement backwards and forwards? Now it's only very slight here, but of course if all of them are doing that, you end up with this. These ones being all aluminium, I'm hoping these aren't going to have that problem. They should last a bit longer. They are lovely. They're really lovely. It's going to be a shame to have these on here and get them scratched, but it's going to look very bling once all this is on. Very bling indeed. Yeah, there you go. You can sort of see how it's going to be. So we've got those ones for there. These ones are lower links. It says on them lower link. So I'm guessing these are going to go here, which means these ones must be the upper links, and they're going to go inside here. So I am now going to start fitting these lovely links and the steering knuckles and the servo plate. I'm going to fit all these to the LMT on a live stream. So if you do want to see the process of how I've done it, I will leave a link in the description where you can go and re-watch the live stream. And for those that are in this video that aren't going to watch the live stream, it will be done just like this. And as if by magic, there we go, done. All the links are on, upper and lower links. How gorgeous do they look? It is amazing. All the links went on no problem. The steering servo plate went on no problem. The hubs, no problem at all. Some nice up changes, upgrades in these hubs that VITAVON have done different to the stock ones. We'll get on to that and I'll show you in a second. But yeah, for now, the links, it has made a massive difference. Of course, you did see it wobbling around before, and now there is hardly any movement in that whatsoever. That is 100 times better on the front and on the rear. That is so much better. I'll turn it over, show you like I did last time. So the axles were just awful before, the side to side movement in these, and now it's just the truck rocking. If I try and hold it steady, they're so much better. They really are. And they look awesome. So I really look forward to getting out with these. We're going to give them a run in this video in a minute. We're going to go out, try some skills, and then probably put it on 4S and go and give it a bit of a bashing and see if it holds up, which I'm sure it's going to be better. But these steering knuckles, if I can get you to look at them, they're a much different, well, not much different, but they're a better design to the original ones. The original hubs are actually two-piece. If I can pull that apart, like that. See, these come apart and they are keyed together, which I'm sure makes them cheaper to buy separately, but it does create a weak point, and then they're held together just with one screw through the centre there. Another difference is when they go onto the truck, they're held in place by these pins that just push into here, and then there's a grub screw. That grub screw tightens up, holds the pin, but if that grub screw comes loose, these pins can just fall out. There's nothing physically holding them in. Well, VITAVON have made theirs all one piece. So that is one piece of aluminium all the way through. The bearings that come with this one are much better quality as well. And these pins in the top, they're threaded into this section of aluminium, and then the pin goes the rest of the way. So I've Loctited these in, upper and lower, on both sides. This is a much better design and comes with much better quality bearings. You can see in this one, the shielding's either come off or was never there. Even the bearings aren't sitting right. And there'd only been a few runs on this. So that one is much, much better. As for the toe links, it's no wonder I had lots of play. Can we zoom you in a bit? So can you see this ball in the end of the toe link? Can you see the gap above that? Look at that, how it's stretched. So that's how much movement I had just in one end of these toe links. Now, there's 8 of these, with obviously 2 on each end. That is a lot of link points that have ended up quite baggy with a bit of movement. These VITAVON ones are going to solve that problem. I'm sure of it. They are just beautiful. And there's no play in them. They're lovely. And the installation was brilliant as well. Everything just slotted together. And this is the original steering plate. You can see where it's cracked there. So this was sort of flexing as I was trying to steer. Sort of messes with your steering a bit. I did try and fix it while I was waiting on new parts, but it didn't really work out. Made it a bit better, but it's always going to be broken. So the VITAVON one on there is going to be brilliant. So for now, that leaves us with the one thing to do, is to get this out, go and practice some skills, go and give it a bash on 4S. See if it copes. I'm sure it will, because it is now upgraded with its VITAVON parts, VITAVON stickers, and even on the bonnet. Let's go play. Try wheelie, not wheelie, bicycle mode again. Oh. Okay. Well, that is back to the garage. Here we are then, back in the garage. That was epic. This truck is awesome. I do love it. The flat ground, stoppies are cool, two-wheel skills I'm still learning, wheelies are easy. It's the bashing. I love this for bashing. Stick it in just unlimited mode, so the normal mode, and just go send it, backflips and little donuts. I love it for that. Now, we did have the brake. I will get onto that in a second. First of all, the VITAVON parts. These links, it made the truck a million times better. It's so much better with these on. You can wind on the power more. It's not so like squirrely all over the road. It is much more stable with these. And they're still in perfect condition. The upper ones and the lower ones, there's not a bend in them. I don't even think there's a scratch on them. I've done well to keep them in perfect condition. And yeah, the plate, before you saw these axles would wobble around terrible. And look now, it just moves the whole truck. They are lovely. The difference, it really is night and day. It's a huge difference from stock. Yeah, that's the whole truck moving, not just the axle wobbling. Look, you can see this moving. That's so much better. So the bit that broke, it was actually the plastic piece that this knuckle holds onto. So it might be time to upgrade this section here, just that holds onto this. I don't know if they do that separate or if I'm going to have to do the whole axle. Not sure, but that piece that broke it's just one of these. I've broke a couple of these already, so these are definitely a weak point. So if we can get these in aluminium, that'd be a good upgrade for this truck. One of the best, I think. This would be a really good upgrade. But that's it. The VITAVON parts, perfect. The servo really held up well. I had good, strong steering. The links were great. It was super stable at speed. And then at the end, you could see there, I've not been gentle with it. I have been sending it. And that brings us to here. Just to wrap up and say, the parts are a definite good upgrade. These do make the world of difference in the handling of this truck. Going anywhere at some sort of speed, these just take away any of the slop and give you ultimate control. Hubs are excellent. The part that let me down today was the stock part. It's one of these. We'll see what we can do about that in the future. The rest of it is epic. I do love it. So I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Arthur at VITAVON for allowing me to do these videos. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I always enjoy it. Please do subscribe if you're not subscribed. Bash the bell and I'll see you on another video. Goodbye.